You reach the checkpoint. Sometimes in life, we just need to slow down and see what we've done. Trigger warning, because I think that this stuff is important to talk about. So I'm not feeling great. I don't know if you guys can feel it in my voice or my energy, but I feel like aligned emotions is more believable to the people watching. So if I'm talking about a checkpoint and, appreciating how far you've come while feeling this way, it's more believable than telling you this when I'm really happy. Because the truth is, sometimes we just need to slow down and realize that we're doing so much better than we give ourselves credit for. And I know it hurts, guys. And I'm not just saying this to sound like this understanding big or younger sister for some people. I really mean it. And sometimes people don't give you that appreciation or they don't give you that encouragement, and you have to learn how to do this yourself. And in fact, a lot of the times this is the case. But I actually wanted to go in further depth about everything because sometimes it's just hard. When no one is there and you just kind of feel like life gets so, like draining. It's tough. But to the person who is watching this, I'm proud of you. And I'm not just saying this as someone who like wants attention and stuff, sometimes. But this is not the bad kind of attention. I just want to say this because it's not said enough. Life gets busy, life gets loud, people's opinions get loud, and we just need to slow down and remind ourselves how far we've come. Because there are some things in life that are not meant to be, no matter how much we try, no matter how close we want to be, no matter how much we wish to make someone happy, they won't always see it, they won't always understand and meet you halfway. Recently, I've also been trying to read more and disconnect from the virtual world, and it does help. So, when I was thinking about your about hitting a checkpoint, it made me think that, wow, it really does remind me of a game because I've been playing a lot of games recently. I've been going quite retro, so I've been going into games that I used to play because nowadays it gets very overstimulating. At least when I go back to the things I used to do as a kid, it kind of reignites a passion that I didn't know I had even now. What the fudge? Oh no, it's glitching, isn't it? Oh boy. Yo, this is fun. Let's just play Infinity Glitch more like. But yeah. Oh, I can actually climb this. Wow, big shocker. A checkpoint in a game is basically like reaching a certain milestone. So when you play platform games like the Mario Bros series, which I love, um, about halfway through the level or so, you reach a flag and that's your checkpoint. So when you die, you can continue on from there. And that's kind of like what life is. Like when you are at a certain checkpoint or milestone, you can start again, but you don't start from zero. You start from that place. Like if you've reached like a certain point, like it's done. Then you can just wake up and then you're like, okay, I can continue from this point. I don't have to like apply for it or whatever. And that's what I wanted to say in this video. Like, you reached a point in your life where I can say I'm proud of you. Just slow down and appreciate how far you've come as a person. And I'm not trying to say this to be corny, because that's not what I do on this channel. I like to say things for how they are. And some people don't like it, some people do, but we ideally want to aim for taking accountability as well. So yeah, you need to appreciate how far you've come. And it's not just about like the mushy stuff, like, oh yeah, we gotta appreciate, we gotta, aim for world peace. It's not like that. It's understanding that if you don't appreciate yourself, you are going to go into a state of deep lack and self deprivation. I can't speak. Because you're just gonna think about everything you don't have, and that sucks. But when you think about what you've achieved, you can remind yourself, this is what I've done, so therefore, what I want to do next is possible. Because if you don't give yourself appreciation every now and then, you are constantly gonna think, I can't do this. I'm not going anywhere. So that's why you have to stop sometimes and realize you've gone far. It's like when you play the platform games and you're there halfway, you realize that you've done half of the level and reached that checkpoint. It doesn't just come to you. You have to go through the level and then you stop there. So when you reach that checkpoint, you're like, wow, I've already done half of the level. You can't just say, okay, I'm right at the beginning. That's the same with life. Like, there are moments where we just need to pause and thank ourselves. Like, thank you, me, for being alive. Thank you, me, for doing this, for being, like, aware about certain people and certain things and still continuing to go on. These are things we need to remind ourselves about. And I'm trying to tell myself this right now because my mood is absolute crap right now. But I still want to tell myself this. And I really hope that the energy I emit is something positive because I'm not feeling that well, like spiritually, and mentally, but I still want to make it seem as real as possible that in a state like this, I can still tell myself this and talk to you guys about this to tell you that it's not impossible, because it's more believable to hear this from someone who's near rock bottom than someone who's in high spirits telling you that life is okay and everything's okay. Because that freaking pisses me off. But it's so important to realize this. And if you don't know where to start, think about what you've recently done. Okay. Like, even if you're someone who is in bed all the time or like doing nothing, be like, I got out of bed, I did something, I read a book, it can be tiny, but your brain listens to it. And gratitude is a frequency. Like, your brain, your subconscious, it gets wired to believe all of that stuff. So if you can be grateful, if you can think about something good that you've done, that is going to act like a motivation system. That's going to act like something that's going to make you trust yourself. Like, even if you went to an event you don't like and you're like, wow, I spoke to people, I forced myself to go somewhere, I got out of my comfort zone, that's huge. Even if you feel like the people weren't exactly worth it, you did something outside of your comfort zone. That's an example. And that is part of a milestone because you've done something, and you could have stayed in square one, but now you've improved your social skills. Just an example. Even if it's by like a mere 1%, whatever. Because people always like to judge, like, oh, it's not good enough. Just calm down and realize what you've done. Because if you keep saying it's not good enough, you're just going to make excuses and going nowhere. So this video is not like a lecture, it's to tell you that you're doing great and you need to keep doing that. Keep doing what serves you. And it's like kind of what I'm doing with this game. It's so flipping annoying with the server connections and stuff, but you gotta do it. Like, I just continue to restart over and over again. Because no one's gonna help me, no one's gonna save me, and these are things that we acknowledge. And if no one else celebrates this milestone, I'll celebrate with you. You celebrate yourself. And even if it feels lonely, trust me, people will start to celebrate when you celebrate first. Like, no one gave a crap about what I had to do until I gave a crap about what I do. Like, that's just bluntly what it is. And you can't be reliant on people to teach you that. Like, you have to do it from you. It all starts internally. So yeah, be proud of what you've done. And even if you feel like you're doing nothing, think about what you could have done, as like in a negative way. Like, I could have stayed in bed. I could have just stayed lazy. I could have just done that. Like, we use could have in such a like hypothetical way for something good. Like, oh, I should have like taken the chance. I should have done this. But say it in a way that actually serves you. Like, oh, I could have stayed in bed, but I didn't. I could have just been lazy, but I did research. Because there's always something productive that you do. And even if you feel like you're just in bed, there's always worse like that you could do. Because like, even when I feel like staying in bed and doing nothing, I still like aim to watch something useful or something to help me get ideas, etc. So really change the hypotheticals to something positive as best as you can. And don't let these hypotheticals affect you, because it's actually something that is like really crazy. I watched a video recently, and this lady was speaking about delusion and how we're always delusional. And I was thinking, wow, that's crazy. So if you think about the worst case scenario, that's delusional because it hasn't happened, but you're thinking about it. If you think about the best case scenario, people say that's delusional even more. But it's true. So you might as well be delusional in a way that is serving you, because everyone is always somewhat delusional. Like if you think of the worst case scenario before it happens, you're imagining and like enacting a scene that hasn't even happened. Isn't that delusional? So you might as well focus on something that helps you. And this still correlates to the milestone thing. Because if you feel like you're going nowhere, just remember, like, thinking about the worst will not get you anywhere. Thinking about what you've already done will get you places. And you should just give yourself a pat on the back, or just treat yourself, or do whatever. Honestly, sometimes we just have to slow down and let someone show that appreciation to us. And I'm going to be that person to you. Thank you so much for being around. Thank you so much for seeing another day. Even if it's not specifically for like yourself or for whatever purpose you want it to be. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Even if you've just watched a single video of mine, thank you. And I'm really proud of you, genuinely. And even if I'm the only person who says it, I will. Because everyone deserves to hear this. Like this milestone that no one else talks about. I want you to know that I'm the one who's telling you this right now. And I really hope that you remind yourself about the things that you've done. Even if you feel like you have a long way to go, everyone does. But that doesn't mean that you can't appreciate what you already have. And there is something that you've done. Maybe you've done a favor for someone. Maybe you feel some kind of gratitude for something. Maybe something wasn't as bad as you thought and you left your comfort zone. These are all steps. And that is something you should understand. Or even if you've reached a certain number of subscribers, but you feel like you need to reach more, be glad, because there are some people who want to be in your exact spot. Like everything is a milestone. And that's how you have to see it. And be realistic as well. Like, don't just be so harsh to yourself if you don't achieve something abundantly wild. Like, be real, and then it'll be easier to reach those milestones. And then you can aim for bigger stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you will trust yourself even more. So, yeah. No matter what it is in life, I'm not trying to be corny, because everyone needs to be told this, and society is not going to reward this. You need to get some appreciation. And you need to be told that you're doing great, and you are. You might be thinking you're doing nothing. You might be thinking I'm speaking BS. Look, I'm pissed off as hell right now. Like, my mood is not great, but I'm still saying this. And that shows that you can do the same. Like, I could have done this while feeling kind of happy and cheerful, but I'm not, because I'm trying to prove my point. So yeah, can't argue with me there. But I really hope that this helps anyone who's watching this. This is just a chance for you to slow down and realize you're doing great. Maybe you've reached halfway through this level, which you thought was so hard, but you did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're doing so much better than you think. Just by being alive, that's a step. Even when things are hard. People really underestimate being alive, especially when everything feels like it's chaotic. So yeah, appreciate yourself and how far you've come. Because trust me, you could be in a much worse position. And make a habit of being hypothetical in a way that serves you. I could have stayed here. I could have stayed as my old self. I could have done this. I could have been lazy. I could have been even more negative. I could have been in this spot. Then you realize that you're actually more trustworthy than you give yourself credit for. Because there were many times I thought I could have just stayed in bed, not make a video. I could have just done this. I could have given up. But I didn't. And that's what feels more reliable to me, because I've proved time and time again that I am trustworthy to myself. And when you keep those promises to yourself, you will become trustworthy to yourself. You'll trust yourself. You'll feel better about yourself. And then other people will appreciate that. because you exude what is internal externally. So that's where I really want you guys to appreciate that stuff. Appreciate how far you've come. I don't care if people say you have this to do, or a whole freaking checklist. Remember, you are still filling out that checklist regardless. You guys can either just stay like mad and do nothing with your whole life, or you can instead do something. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to make excuses, but you guys should not want to do that. Oh crap. Like, everything is important. Whatever you think is your worst is someone's goal, is someone's milestone. So slow down, watch this video if you have to, or whatever you have to do, and just remember, like, you're doing great. Seriously. Like, you are doing incredibly. You could be far worse, but you decided that you're going to do something that is, what's the word? You could literally be far worse. You absolutely could be, like, freaking, like, terrible. But instead, you decided to challenge that comfort zone. So seriously, and I'm zooming in because I'm going to say something serious. People will tell you that this is BS, this is corny, this blah blah. Listen to me. You need to appreciate yourself more, because no one will do it. And if you don't acknowledge this soon enough, you're going to be so hard on yourself. You're going to set these impossible goals. You're going to start getting mad at yourself for scraping your knee. These are all normal things, by the way. So just remember, like, even the tiniest things that you do is big. So just take a pause and appreciate yourself for how far you've come, because you might think it's easy. You might think that this is something anyone can do. No freaking way. There is something that you have that no one else can do. Your test is unique. That test is unique. And I want you guys to acknowledge that as best as you can. Because seriously, I'm sick and tired of people making dumb excuses like, oh, my life is this. Oh, I would never be able to do X. Shush. You absolutely can change your life. You absolutely can do things. You just need to have the mentality of doing more, and then you'll trust yourself. So yeah, acknowledge how far you've come, not just verbally, but physically as well. And then you'll see, guys, that you're doing so much better than you think. Like, significantly. Anyway, if you are new to this channel, it's so weird that I'm saying this. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Of course, feel free to chill on my channel, do whatever you wish to do. Keep a good, what's the word? I can't even speak. Yeah, you can let me know in the comments how you guys deal with this kind of stuff, how you guys feel about milestones. You can even share your milestones with others, and keep the community positive, guys. I don't want to deal with any losers, and I just want people to maintain positivity. We have enough stupidity in this world, so can we please not add to that? Let's be like a safe space that challenges society's like abysmal negativity. And if you like this page and you want to help me further, please support my coffee page and support my merch as well. I've got some in my store and more products are on the way. I just need to get around to doing them. And yeah, I shall see you guys in another video. Ciao.